Shalom, family. Most High in Christ bless. Shalom, family. Most High in Christ bless. Can everybody hear and see me? Can everybody hear and see me? Okay, all praise to the Most High. All right, before we get started, I'm going to go ahead and read our statement. It says, we are not affiliated with any other Israelite group. Israel United in Christ is a non-violent Bible-based movement. We do not advocate or condone any acts of violence against any race, ethnicity, or gender. If anyone hears or knows of any plots to cause harm to anyone or to break the laws of the land, you must contact the proper authorities to bring awareness to any possible threat, as stated in Leviticus 5:1. All right, so pray everybody's doing well today. I will give everybody a few more minutes to get on, and then we'll get started. How's everybody doing today? Is other states getting a lot of snow? I saw Memphis, Oklahoma got snow. Here in Michigan, we got a lot of snow. Any other states that got a lot or got snow at all? Okay, Kentucky's right around the corner. Chicago, of course. Okay. Hey Benjamin, where you what state are you at? Yep, yeah, we got slam here too. Yeah, the snow was about up to my ankle, so we got a lot. You know, in the ghetto they don't shovel the side streets, so over here we looking bad. But the sun came out, so we looking pretty good right now. Just some of these side streets are bad. We got a lot. Some of y'all lucky. Okay, all praise to the Most High. Air conditioning is on, y'all. It's just out the spirit. Okay. Yeah, all those that got sun, I mean that got snow, just make sure y'all stay safe. Especially in Dallas. I saw that on the news, so definitely send up prayers and y'all stay safe out there. But all right, looks like it's that time. We'll go ahead and get started. So there's 4 chapters a day. We will be picking up in Ecclesiastes chapter 10 to Song of Solomon chapter 1. So let's go ahead and begin. Ecclesiastes chapter 10 and verse 1. It says, "Dead flies cause the ointment." Well, I'm sorry. Let me before I continue. If you have any questions, any simple questions, just feel free to ask them at the end of the call, and we will answer whatever I can. Anything that's simple or basic, or some words that you may not know what they mean, I can answer that at the end. So let's go ahead. Ecclesiastes chapter 10 and verse 1. It says, "Dead flies cause an ointment of the apothecary to send forth a stinking savor. So doth a little folly him that is in reputation for wisdom and honor. A wise man's heart is at his right hand, but a fool's heart at his left. Yea, also, when he that is a fool walketh by the way, his wisdom faileth him, and he saith to everyone that he is a fool." Verse 4. "If the spirit of the ruler rise up against thee, leave not thy place, for yielding pacifieth great offenses. There is an evil which I have seen under the sun, as an error which proceeded from the ruler. Folly is set in dignity, and the rich sit in low place. I have seen servants upon horses, and princes walking as servants upon the earth. He that diggeth at a pit shall fall into it, and whoso breaketh a hedge, a serpent shall bite him. Whoso removeth stones shall be hurt therewith, and he that cleaveth wood shall be endangered thereby. If the iron be blunt, and he do not whet the edge, then must he put to more strength. But wisdom is profitable to direct. Surely the serpent will bite without enchantment, and a babbler is no better. The words of a wise man's mouth are gracious, but the lips of a fool will swallow up himself. The beginning of the words of his mouth is foolishness, and the end of his talk is mischievous madness. A fool also is full of words. A man cannot tell what shall be, and what shall be after him. Who can tell him? The labor of the foolish wearieth every every one of them, because he knoweth not how to go to the city. Woe to thee, O land, when thy king is a child, and thy princes eat in the morning. Blessed art thou, O land, when thy king is the son of nobles, and thy princes eat in due season for strength and not for drunkenness. By much slothfulness the building decayeth, and through idleness of the hands the house droppeth through. A feast is made for laughter, and wine maketh merry, but money answereth all things. Curse not the king, no, not in thy thought, and curse not the rich in thy bedchamber, for a bird of the air shall carry the voice, and that which hath wings shall tell the matter. Chapter 11, verse 1. Cast thy bread upon the waters, for thou shalt find it after many days. Give a portion to 7, and also to 8, for thou knowest not what evil shall be upon the earth. If the clouds be full of rain, they empty themselves upon the earth. And if the tree fall toward the south or toward the north, in the place where the tree falleth, there it shall be. He that observeth the wind shall not sow, and he that regardeth the clouds shall not reap. Verse 5. As thou knowest not what is the way of the Spirit, nor how the bones do grow in the womb of her that is with child, even so thou knowest not the works of God who maketh all. In the morning sow thy seed, and in the evening withhold not thine hand, for thou knowest not whether shall prosper, either this or that, or whether they both shall be alike good. Truly the light is sweet, and a pleasant thing it is for the eyes to behold the sun. But if a man live many years and rejoice in them all, yet let him remember the days of darkness, for they shall be many. All that cometh is vanity. Rejoice, O young man, in thy youth, and let thy heart cheer thee in the days of thy youth, and walk in the ways of thine heart, and in the sight of thine eyes. But know thou that for all these things God will bring thee into judgment. Therefore remove sorrow from thy heart, and put away evil from thy flesh, for childhood and youth are vanity. Chapter 12, verse 1. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. While the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Also when they shall be afraid of that which is high, and fear shall be in the way, and the almond tree shall flourish, and the grasshopper shall be a burden, and desires shall fail, because man goeth long home, and the mourners go about the streets. Or ever the silver cord be loosed, or the gold bowl be broken, or the pitcher be broken at the fountain, or the wheel broken at the cistern. Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto God who gave it. Vanity of vanities, saith the preacher, all is vanity. And moreover, because the preacher was wise, he still taught the people knowledge. Yea, he gave good heed, and sought out and set in order many proverbs. The preacher sought to find out acceptable words, and that which was written was of right, even words of truth. The words of the wise are as a gold, and as nails fastened by the masters of assemblies, which are given from one shepherd. And further, by these, my son, be admonished. Of making many books there is no end, and much study is a weariness of the flesh. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For God shall bring every work into judgment, with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. So that's the end of Ecclesiastes, chapter 10 to chapter 12. So now moving on to Song of Solomon, chapter 1. The Song of Songs, which is Solomon's. Let him kiss me with the kisses of his mouth, for thy love is better than wine. Because of the savor of thy good ointments, thy name is as ointment poured forth. Therefore do the virgins Do the virgins love thee? Draw me, we will run after thee. The king hath brought me into his chambers. We will be glad and rejoice in thee. We will remember thy love more than wine. The upright love thee. I am black but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon. Look not upon me because I am black, because the sun hath looked upon me. My mother's children were angry with me. They made me the keeper of the vineyards. But mine own vineyard have I not kept. Tell me, O thou, whom my soul loveth, where thou feedest, where thou mayest thy flock, where thou makest thy flock to rest at noon. For why should I be as one that turneth aside by the flocks of thy companions? Verse 8. If thou know not, O thou fairest, O thou fairest among women, go thy way forth by the footsteps of the flock, and feed thy kids beside the shepherd's tent. I have compared thee, O my love, to the company of horses in Pharaoh's chariots. Thy cheeks are comely with rows of jewels, thy neck with chains of gold. We will make thee borders of gold with studs of silver. While the king sitteth at his table, my spikenard sendeth forth the smell thereof. A bundle of myrrh is my well beloved unto me. He shall lie all night betwixt my breasts. My beloved is unto me as a cluster of camphor in the vineyards of En-Gedi. Behold, thou art fair, my love. Behold, thou hast dove's eyes. Behold, thou art fair, my beloved. Yea, pleasant. Also our bed is green. The beams of our house are cedar, and our rafters of fir. So that is it for Song of Solomon. It's a short chapter. And it's a whole parable. So that is it for the reading. It's Ecclesiastes chapter 10 through Song of Solomon chapter 1. That is it for the reading. So are there any questions pertaining to what we've read so far? Anything that you may not know what it meant? Any words that you may not know what they mean? Things like that. All right. Sister Christina asks, what's spikenard? That's a great question. Let me see what verse we're looking at. Verse 12, Song of Solomon 1 and 12. It says, while the king sitteth at his table, spikenard sendeth forth the smell thereof. All right, well, let's look it up. Because these are not normal words that we see every day. So let's see what it is. So spikenard, it says that the perfume mentioned, okay, it's a perfume, so it's an oil. Spikenard may be the spikenard. One second, let me see. Okay, it's a fragrance, an oil. Let me see. Okay, so spikenard is a flower, and it's used to make oils and different things like that. So spikenard is a flower, or a type of flower. All right, what's a cluster of camphor? Or I don't even know how to pronounce that. I want to say campfire, but it might be wrong. You may see, let's Google it so we can figure out what it is together. And that is, let me see what verse that's at. Everybody knows where we're getting it from. Let me see. Okay, Song of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 14, it says, my beloved is unto me as a cluster of camphor and the vineyards of En-Gedi. So let's see. Okay, so camphor is another flower. Who asked that question? Let me see. Uh, Gabriella. Yep. So, camphor is a flower, a fragrant henna flower. So both the one we just mentioned and spikenard are both flowers. So if you notice, our people back then did not use any artificial smells or nothing. They had everything straight from the earth. Those are the best smells. Right. Sister Nashan, that is the same ointment they used. Um, Ka enduring. The 4 chapters comes on at 4 p.m. So 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when um, the 4 chapters start. Yeah, that's right. Solomon was a poet. Like it says in verse 1, it says the Song of Songs, which is Solomon's. And Solomon wrote a lot of songs. Let me see. Let me see. Looking for something. Any Are there any other questions? Okay, so this is I just wanted to read this real quick. It said Solomon was a poet. 1 Kings 4 and verse. I started 29. It says, and God gave Solomon wisdom and understanding exceeding much, and largeness of heart, even as the sand that is on the seashore. Verse 32. It says, and he spake 3,000 proverbs, and his songs were 1,005. Solomon wrote a lot of proverbs and a lot of songs. And that's how we know that Song of Solomon is not written by a woman, by the way, because that is the doctrine that they try to push. And then Stephen, that is what I just pulled in 1 Kings 4:32. Helps show that Solomon was the one that wrote it. And simply put, you can just Song of Solomon 1 and 1, the Song of Songs, which is Solomon's, meaning these songs belong to Solomon. So Christians just they don't understand nothing. I mean, it's plain as day who wrote this. It says it in the beginning, but everybody can't understand it. Song of Solomon is a heavy book, so it's not something you're just gonna dig through on the 4 chapters a day. That's definitely not what this is for. So, um, let me see. 4. And then for Azariah, Z Israel. Yes, you can use that. Isaiah 34:16. Yes, that would be good. That that goes together for sure. Definitely goes together. Any other questions pertaining to the reading? Okay, so there's a sister up above. Let me see. 20. Okay, Ecclesiastes 10 and 20. I have an idea, but I'm not 100% sure, so I will not answer that one. Who is this? Sister Sandra. Okay, all praises, all praises. All right, all praise to the Most High. It's an honor reading for you all. Just continue to tune in, take your notes, do your 4 chapters a day, even if you can't make it on here with us. All those that got snow, stay safe. All those enjoying your sunshine, stay in the spirit. So with that, we'll say shalom. Till next time, Most High in Christ bless.